It only takes one moment for an ordinary day to turn into a fight for survival. And this story proves just how powerful strangers can become when they refuse to look away. The rain had been falling for hours, turning quiet streets into fast-moving rivers. And what started as concern quickly became fear. When neighbors realized a woman was trapped in rising floodwaters with no way out. The water was cold, strong, and unpredictable, pulling at everything in its path. And every second mattered more than the last. People began to gather, not as trained rescuers or emergency crews, but as ordinary neighbors who understood one thing clearly: if they didn't act together, someone might not make it. There was no time to wait for instructions, no time to debate what could go wrong. Someone reached out first, then another, and then another, forming a human chain, gripping hands and arms as tightly as they could. Can you imagine the courage it takes to step into rushing water, knowing one slip could change everything? As the water pushed harder, the chain tightened. Each person became an anchor for the next, sharing the risk and the responsibility. Fear was present, but something stronger pushed through it: trust. Trust that the person behind you wouldn't let go. Trust that working together was the only way forward. And in that moment, the neighborhood wasn't divided by fences or front doors anymore. It became one moving force with a single purpose. The woman reached out, exhausted and terrified, and when hands finally closed around hers, the relief was overwhelming. Inch by inch, they pulled her back, fighting the current with determination and heart. It wasn't fast, it wasn't easy, but it was real. And when she was finally safe, standing on solid ground again, the silence that followed said everything. No cheering, no celebration, just a shared understanding of what had just happened. Stories like this remind us that heroism doesn't always wear a uniform. Sometimes it lives next door. Sometimes it shows up in the form of neighbors who decide that someone else's life matters just as much as their own. In a world that often feels divided, moments like this ask an important question. If you were there, would you step forward too? Because when people choose courage over fear and unity over hesitation, even the strongest floodwaters can be overcome.